This man is laying down back here like, I'm having a great time. Keep giving me the convention. I just need more convention. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I understand. So how many here are actually just kind of tired right now? Anybody?
Just a bit.
Yeah, if you're not tired at this point, you probably didn't do it right yesterday. But if you did get enough sleep, hey, I applaud you. 6-2-1, right? 6 hours sleep, very important. You know why we talk about things like 6-2-1, like 6 hours of sleep, 2 meals a day, and a shower? It's because we want you to make good decisions. And I find it's easier to make better decisions when you have enough sleep and food. And water. All right. Back. Grab the microphone. Oh, we're not ready. I know. Yeah, do you need mic where you're setting up, or do you need to turn down?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to run just a little bit late as we're getting set up because of the auction earlier. By the way, the charity auction is very important, and our charities this year are the Stan Lee Foundation and the Red Cross. So, also, how many here have checked the board up at the registration to see if you've won something today? Has anybody checked in the last hour? You're checking what? Because they're giving away prizes every hour. So if you'd like to, you might be a winner, not even know it. So be sure to go by registration after our panel here today and see if you've won something. Because they just keep writing names up on the board, so you may be a winner. What's that?
Was that something you had to enter because I don't remember?
No, it's just you showed up and I believe they just take your name off your registration and then they draw it at random to give you away prizes.
Oh, so you don't have to be like,
I don't think so. I don't think because they're door prizes. You enter through the door, you might get a prize.
Do you want me to pick up something?
They're not really giving away doors this year, I don't think. It's very sad. Yes, indeed.
What would you like?
Well, I'm going to ask you guys a couple of quick questions because I like to do this while we're what I call tap dancing, which is entertaining. You know, you might.
Hot dogs, and I know they have chicken nuggets too.
So we're going to do that a little bit. I know you. How are you? Is this your 4th year or 5th year?
So you want me to just surprise you?
This was 9 years. 9 years, and your children were, and now they're, yes. I feel old. You're not old, but I feel old. This young lady and her children are becoming since year 1. And how many here have been here since year 1? See, look at this. And I love you guys. And we're Facebook friends, right? I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this on closing ceremonies. But since you're here, I'll give you a preview. On my Facebook page. And by the way, if we're not Facebook friends and you're in this room or you're attending this convention, we have enough in common that I'd like to be your friend because we're all a community and we're all a really big family. And that's what Facebook's really good for, is keeping up with your family. So, but I'm going to put a post on my Facebook to say, because there's so many people like all of you that I'd like to thank for being here, but I know if I post 1 or 2, I'm going to feel bad for the hundreds that I missed. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I'd like to thank the following people for attending AFW. And you just post something cute underneath it. That way I can thank each and every one of you personally. Because I certainly would love to do that. But I have 3,200 people on my list, so it's a little difficult. But you can help make that happen. And besides, it lets me see how many people on AFW are paying attention on my Facebook list, so I can say thank you. And after this, I'll be in Iowa, actually, in 2 weeks for Anime Iowa. Interesting convention, Anime Iowa. I went last year, and 8 out of 10 people were in costume. 8 out of 10 people. Now here I'd say we're about 60%, which is a really solid number. But if you can imagine 80% of everybody in there were in costume, and out of the 80%, I would say about 4 out of every 8, which is about 50%, were in Pokemon costumes. I was floored, because Pokemon's been around a long time. And in Kansas, it doesn't have that, it kind of waned a little bit. It's kind of coming back now, which is cool. I like Pokemon. But I couldn't believe it. 50% of everybody there were dressed as Pokemon characters, and it was cool. I was like, wow, I didn't know we were at a Pokemon convention, which, it's an anime, so it's pretty cool. And you're a bit of a fan, aren't you, with Pokemon?
There's 700 to choose from now, so.
Yeah. If 151 were not enough choices for you, we now have 700 Pokemon to choose from. Now, how do you cook those, by the way? I mean, is there a different way for each? Because, to serve Pokemon, I don't know if that's a book or something, but maybe it should be.
Spoiler history. There's a whole history of why Pokemon is the way it is, but that's
Yeah, I saw yesterday there was a Pokemon breeder, and I thought he looked like he was a chef. And I thought, you have to poke her. I was like, oh, all right, that's kind of cool. Wow. So how many years have you been coming to AFW?
Me?
Well, either one. We'll start with you first.
3.
3 years. And how many times have you been at AFW?
This is my second.
Your second time. And I'm going to tell you, for those of you who keep coming back every year, those of you who've been here, this is your second one, that says a lot because it means that things are going right. It means that you saw something last year that you liked and you wanted to experience it again. And we thank you for that. And we thank all of you for coming back. Next year, I know one of the big guests coming next year. Would you like to know who's coming next year?
Yeah.
You know I can't tell you. But oh, well, let's try that and see what happens. So actually, I will be able to tell you a closing ceremony, so please do come. And it is a big, big name. It is somebody who has been in so many amazing animes that you will just be like, wow. And you might be at first like, who? And then I'll say, oh, this, and this. You're like, but of course, they're looking to do a biggest show that they've ever done for their 10th anniversary. And I do hope to be here. I don't think there won't be a reason why I shouldn't. But, you know, it's all about making sure they get invited. So feel free to tell them how much you enjoy Peter Pixie if you'd like me back. Yeah, never take anything for granted. I found that by the hard way. So hi. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen Molly. She's been following me around. She's actually my big videographer. She's doing a demo reel for me this year. And if that turns out well, then we're probably looking at a documentary next year. So we will probably be hitting a lot of you up to talk to you about conventions in general. And because as a master of ceremonies, my job is very unique. There's not a lot of me out there, which is kind of fun, but also kind of hard to explain. It's like, well, what do you do? I make people feel good, and I want you to pay me to do it. Okay, yeah, no, it's kind of hard. But I really love what I do, and I love being here for you guys. And I think that hosting conventions is probably one of the coolest things in the universe. It makes me a Time Lord. I travel to different worlds. I get to meet a lot of interesting people, and I run a lot. So, you know, and I should probably show you. And they carry, and have since 1989, a TARDIS key. For those of you who are Doctor Who fans, you're very nice. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I tried using it a few times, which you shouldn't do with a pewter key, to be honest. It does not open bottles. Let me just tell you that. But yes. But seriously, I love hosting events, and since the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who is this year, I know some of you may have heard me say this before, I will be hosting Who Fest in Dallas this year on the 50th anniversary on November 23rd, and that is probably, as a 13-year-old, I'm geeking out, I'll tell you, that is cool, because there are no other guests. They've invited me, because they had 250 people they expected, they got 1,000, and had to stop selling tickets, and they're like, well, now we have 1,000 people, what are we going to do with them? So, you give them me, that's what you do, I guess, I don't know. I'll let you know how that turns out. We'll talk about it on Facebook, I'm pretty sure. All right. Well, hi, guys. We've been saving some seats for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. We got more seats saved for other people if they're not here yet. So. All right. Take extras. We have several. That's true.
He was trying to get.
Oh wow. So, what have you enjoyed so far this weekend, Miss Pokemon?
Wonderful.
I mean, other than just me, all the other fans that I rarely get to see normally. I've enjoyed free hugs.
Yeah. So the community, you love the community of it. I agree with that 100%. You know, I don't read Homestuck, but I love Homestuck fans, and I'll tell you why. Because they're passionate about what they love. And if you're passionate about what you love, then I'm passionate about you. And I'm here to protect you, because there are people who may not think that you have the right to be passionate about what you love. And I'm here to tell you, that is wrong. So that's what I consider my job to do, is I'm a fan of fandoms. That's what I do. And we're getting set up, as you can see, as we speak. It's going to work out really well. I have a new panel that I'm not doing here this year. I'll be doing it at a couple other conventions called It's Your Life Hosted. And it really involves what this young lady was talking about, and that is community and being passionate about what you do. What do you love, sir? What do you do? You, sir. No, this gentleman right here. What do you love the most? What is your passion? Art. Do you draw? That's cool. That's cool. And how long have you done it? Since you were little. All right. See, that's fantastic. Have you ever thought about getting a table at a convention and selling art? No, see? Maybe someday you will. That would be fantastic. The gentleman right across the hall there from you, him and his wife, that's what they do, is they make art and they travel across the country to sell it. Because one day they just got an idea. If we make art, people like it, that's what we can do. I hope we'll see you at an artist alley as well. That'd be great. I would love that. I'd love to see your work. What are you passionate about? Yeah, you. What's that?
I do art.
You do art. Okay, let me try this. Who here does art? All right. This is something I love. Look at this. This is great. We are among a lot of creative people. Who here does music? Anybody? Couple of musicians? Excellent, excellent, excellent. See, one day I think we ought to just start doing things at conventions like bring your instrument and let's make music. Let's just do something together. Let's get our pens together and let's make some art. You know, let's do that kind of thing. So I think that would be brilliant. And of course, I'm not in charge of the conventions, but if that's something you'd like to see done, do put those in, and they do listen to your suggestions. I think having the Anime Festival Wichita band would be awesome. And then they perform during the skits. You know, that'd be kind of cool. So that's what I'm here about. I'm here about ideas. I'm here about making your passion grow. And that's why I love being here. I'm going to do a quick check with Carrie in the back and see how far we go. They had one more they were checking on. So I'm going to be right back. And we're going to open with a skit with one of the judges. She's not actually competing, but she does want to perform. She has performed quite a bit. And her name is Mickey Grant. You're going to love her skit. It's very funny. And I have a very small part in it as well. So anyway, hang in there, guys. Don't go anywhere. And we're going to get started in just a moment. We're going to get some water if you haven't already. Oh, there's Carrie. I just had to say her name, and she appeared. I was just coming to check about how long do we have? Okay. All right. We are just very shortly about to start. So what are you passionate about? You, yes. Yeah, you. You with the big grin that wonders if I'm talking to her. Yes, you. Writing fan fiction. That's cool. What kind of fanfic do you write? Excellent. Excellent. See, I think that's great. Who else here is a writer? Who else here writes? See, look at this. Look at that. We have artists, we have writers, we have musicians. Why aren't we making films? Seriously, why aren't we being more creative? Because I'm going to tell you something. When I was a kid, what we did here at conventions was what we do now on the internet. Because we do so much on the internet except actually get face-to-face like this. But I believe that the internet is actually the way that we as a community globally can start sharing ideas and growing. But we can do that at conventions as well. Find people and ask them, what is it you like? Well, this is what I like. What can we do together to make something cool? You never know what will happen. You may find yourself with a booth at a convention. You may find yourself on stage one day behind a microphone. You never know. But you won't know unless you reach out to people and ask. So if you're bored, the world's a big place. Just ask somebody what they're interested in and find somebody you can work with them on. And that's basically what Your Life, This Is Your Life hosted, is that's my panel. So there you go. You got a mini version of it. How about that? Test marketing, you know, kind of put it out there. What is your passion?
Gaming.
Gaming. What kind of gaming?
Fighting.
So you like video games? Absolutely. Gaming. What kind of fighting game do you play? Soul Calibur. Who's your favorite? Who do you kick butt with?
I don't like who's favorite.
So you just kick butt with them all. See, there's somebody who's a real gamer. Because, you know, I used to play, like, Street Fighter, and I played Baraka, you know, is that his name? Where you got the electricity going. And then I played the other guy from Mortal Kombat. I think his name was like Baraka too, I don't know, but he had they were all named Baraka, it's true. It was like, you know, I like the weird characters. You know, then you play Chun-Li and she does that weird spinning thing. Yeah. Did you go to Lethal's panel? It's too bad, you know, she does all those like 3 girls in Tekken. So she's really awesome too. I really enjoyed our guests. Have you guys enjoyed our guests this year? Yeah! All right. Now we need to kind of wake up a little bit. I know I've been talking and kind of putting you to sleep, so we need to do a big yawn. For those of you who don't know, big yawn is like this, and we're going to count 3 and do it. Let me show it to you. It's this. And wake you up. All right. So on 3, we're going to do that. Don't hit anybody. Ready? I know, I have to say that now because people are always hitting each other now. On 3, 1, 2, 3. These people did not need to wake up, though, obviously. All right. The second thing we need to do is we need to get in the right mode. Because you see, their job is to entertain, your job is to be entertained and to show them love because some of these people have never been on stage before. And let me ask you something. Who here has never been on stage before? Yeah? So most of you have. Look at you. So you're all a bunch of artists. I will tell you this. If you've never been on stage before, it can be a very scary place. And those of you who've been on stage know what I'm talking about. Isn't that right, Nisha? I put Nisha. Nisha was in my Rocky Horror Picture Show Shadowcast back in the early aughts. So I put all kinds of people on stage because that's what I love doing. And that's what we're going to do here. But as an audience, you have a responsibility too. And that is to show them the appropriate love of being up here to entertain. Whether it's something you enjoy or something you go, about, it doesn't matter. The point is they're being up here to be entertaining, so you're going to show them some love. So on 3, I want to hear you give me some love, some really loud love. In fact, make sure they can hear you over in the other room. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. That is excellent. Remember that feeling right there, because that's what we're going to give each and every...
Nobody not awake, they're awake now.
Good afternoon. I'm so glad you're not awake. That guy was laying down, I was standing up. He's like, what? Shook the floor. I shook the floor. Hey, were you guys here? I guess it was an Emerald City steampunk event. We actually had an earthquake were you here during the earthquake? It was crazy. I didn't notice. My wife said, "Did you feel that?" I was like, "No, I was off go over next door getting something, and I didn't notice." But all right, they're just about set up here. But for each and every guest that comes up here to perform, I hope you'll show them that exact same love, because that's why they're here. That's what you would want. That's obviously what they want as well. Look at them all lined up, looking scared. Ooh. Except Sheila there.
Sorry, I tried.
Sorry, Cecilia. All right, so, it looks like we're just about ready. We only have a few. By the way, for those of you who play music, and those of you who write, and those of you who perform different types of arts, whether it be drawn or whatever, you'll notice that we only have a few skits going on. We could use some more next year. So put your talents to good use, get with somebody, and make it happen. We'd like to see more people up here. It'd be really cool. I mean, you've got some fanfic writers out there. That's what skits are, so it kind of works out. Oh, by the way, everybody, don't blink. We have a weeping angel in the back, just in case. So, but don't worry, I got you. I got you guys safe. It's all right. Oh, I looked away. Are we ready? All right. I gotta get my clipboard here. We're officially starting now. Let's see. Well, good afternoon, Miss Porter. We've got your application here. It says here you want to be a Disney princess. Can you tell me why you think you qualify?
As I walk through the jungle where I met my mate, I take a good look around and realize it's not very tame, but that's just perfect for a girl like me. You know, my daddy is a professor of biology. At 4:30 in the morning, Turk is making a round, trashing the cat. You know it gets pretty loud, and cats have been crying and scared for so long that even his mama thinks that I might be a corona. And I've never hurt a monkey, even though they deserved it. The crocodile tears you should be ashamed of. You better watch out when walking and where you're talking, or you might find yourself in some unsanitary water. Been spending most my time living in the jungle paradise. Been spending most my time living in the jungle paradise. My boyfriend swings around on vines, living in the jungle paradise. They stole my boots once or twice, living in the jungle paradise. You see the situation they have me facing. He can't live a normal life. He was raised by gorillas, and he's got to be down with the jungle team. He's the king of the jungle, you know what I mean, fool? Sable ain't nothing but a heartbeat away, but he better run and hide. What can I say? Tyrone will take him down. Happy ending for us all. The way things are going, this I know. Tell me why places too blind to see that we're two worlds but one family. Been spending most my time living in the jungle paradise. My boyfriend swings around on vines, living in the jungle paradise. They stole my boots once or twice, living in the jungle paradise. Been spending most my time living in the jungle paradise. You'll be in my heart, fool.
Well, all right. We'll get back to you then. Round of applause for Mickey Grant.